Welcome to the Four Listeners Program. Welcome aboard, everybody. Thanks for checking us out this week. What up, everybody? I'm Spear. On the mics with me this week is the Z-Man. What's up, Z?
C is for cookie. That's good enough for me. Hey, C is for cookie. That's good enough for me. Hey, C is for cookie. That's good enough for me. Oh, cookie, cookie, cookie starts with C.
No, that's bullshit. You should have done that with the fucking Cookie Monster voice.
C is for cookie. That's good enough for me.
All right, okay. On the other mic is the mighty Gantor. What is up, Gantor?
It's been a while.
Oh, I missed you last week, bro.
Yeah, you guys didn't wait for me.
What am I supposed to do? We're supposed to put our lives on hold for you.
Yeah, it's my life. That's how it should work.
That's not how it works. Let me ask you a question. Does anything else in your life work that way?
Hey, how about
Kind of.
Hey, how about we bring in our guests instead of leaving them on hold?
Yeah, all right, fine. All right, so on the other mic, guesting with us tonight is Randy. What's up, Randy?
What's up, guys? How are you?
Nice name.
Thanks. It's not my real name.
Okay, well, there you go.
Oh, wait, I can vouch for that. You sent me a check once, and I'm like, who the fuck is this?
That's right.
I totally forgot about that.
Wait, you chose Randy?
Yeah,
Of all the names you could have chosen,
that's right.
you
It
chose
means
Randy.
because it means horny.
Oh, all right.
That's not why you chose it.
All right, I'm just going to move on. This week, something must be done about what? What are we going to call this? The internet guessing for you? What are we calling this?
Invasion of the Cookie Munchers?
On the internet, it is becoming more and more prevalent where if you do something, if you either shop online or you search for something, the internets are watching you, and they have an uncanny ability to try to predict what you want. Fair statement?
Yeah, I mean, I think for the most part, as far as what you just talked about with like, when you type in a search, things following you around and cookies, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice commentary, buddy.
But I didn't even mean just that. I mean, like even Facebook does it where they try to show you what it thinks you want to see on your newsfeed, but to me it gets it wrong.
How does it get it wrong?
I mean, I feel like what it does is it shows you stuff that people comment on a lot.
I mean, this is the kind of the recommendation engine thing, right? Where it based on whatever you shop for, it says you may like.
You don't like that?
Well, to see that kind of thing, I think I would enjoy. When it gets it right, it's great. But if you're shopping for somebody else, then all of a sudden you like Elvis Presley because I bought my mom an Elvis Presley CD. And then it's endless. It never stops.
Yeah, it's Elvis records, Elvis T-shirts, Elvis
Right.
dolls, Elvis Christmas ornaments, Elvis fucking everything.
Yeah, I don't do too much shopping on Amazon, but I can imagine if I fucking bought a diaper genie for a friend of mine for a baby shower and it started sending me baby shit all the time, that would piss me off.
Yeah. What about you, Gantor? Are you running this kind of stuff?
Yeah, it just happened to me the other day. I was on, I got an email from Home Depot, advertising sales stuff, so I went around and looked at a few things. And I guess I clicked on something and, closed my browser. And then I got an email maybe a week later with that item sent to my, the same email address saying, please come buy it. It was kind of like, how internet nerds think it's sweet when they, like, follow a girl and they know everything about her and like, oh, how was the spaghetti you had last night? And the woman's like, oh, how did you know I ate spaghetti? He's like, oh, I watched you through your window. It's kind of like that.
What?
You just compared the internet to a peeping Tom.
Yeah. Like the misguide, should be anonymous to this website. I don't want them knowing what I'm looking at and thinking about buying and all that. That's the whole point of the internet, right? That's why porn is so popular on it.
Right? Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's creepy when you think you're anonymous, you haven't signed in, you haven't logged in, you haven't done anything like that, and they somehow are able to tie that activity back to your email address.
What's the corollary there? I mean, if you go into, like, say, a car dealership, right? And
they don't know who you are.
But they do if you tell them the kind of car that you're looking for, if you tell them,
If you do, see, that's the opt-in stuff. It's more like, let's say you drove to the dealership in your car and you just walked around and looked, right? And then they use your license plate or your car to figure out who you are and send a letter to your house saying, oh, we hope you like the cars that you came in to look. Why don't you come on by this weekend? We're having a sale. Wouldn't that creep you out?
All right, so that would creep me out. Yes.
Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. It had if I did not introduce myself and I did not talk to the dealer, had they sent me an email cold, that would bother me.
Who's typing?
You guys.
Randy.
I fuck up the sound recording. That's my deal.
Oh, wait, I was
Back
typing.
off.
Sorry. I was trying to find something so I can explain it to you guys.
Well, don't be searching. Don't be searching for it, because the minute you search for something,
Yeah.
it becomes part of like the record of the internet.
Do you think the Library of Congress is archiving it?
If you tweeted it, sure, but if you search for something, that becomes part of the record of the internets, and then they can use all of the stuff that you searched for to come up with targeted ads. I mean, Gantor and I spent some time in e-commerce, and that's what this is all about, right? It's all about targeted ads, recommendation engines. That's all it's about, and it's all based on your search and your browsing history. And
That's
there's
not necessarily true.
well, I mean, but that's what these sites do.
That's what they do.
That's what they do. It's
Yeah, but
based-
if I go to Staples.com and Staples says, "Hey, you want some printer paper?" It can't see that I was searching for printer paper on Google.
It actually, yeah, well, it could.
No,
Yeah,
it can't. It can't share.
it can.
You
Yes,
can't
it
share
can.
cookies.
It happens all the time.
It
You can't
does.
s- Well, then Staples is opting to use some kind of. Well, it's probably using Google's search engine, which is
Exactly.
Then Google can use the cookies, but you can't just use anybody's cookie just because they at some point put it on your computer.
it's not
No.
just the cookies though. They're selling the goddamn search history. How do you
Who
think
is?
Google's making
They
their
do
money?
that. They do real time stuff though too. It's so nefarious. Like with Google owning DoubleClick or whatever.
Right.
Yeah,
if
that's
you,
shit.
if you ever look at the page resources, how many sites use Google Analytics and DoubleClick and all those ad things, it's
That's right.
crazy.
That's
Well,
right.
that's true.
So you can go to a site and search for something and go to a completely different unaffiliated site and you'll see ads for the exact thing that you just looked at and clicked on.
Dude, I ended up
Website.
searching for I have this little fiber optic holiday thing, like this winter scene thing, right? That it's all lights up with pretty colors and whatever else, but the bulb went out. And it's one of those like weird bulbs that you can't ever find. It's not like you can walk into Home Depot and get this. So I ended up searching for it. I found it on like bulbs.com, and then every time I fired up Facebook, I would see an ad for that little bulb in the top right corner. I'm like, what the fuck? How the hell does Facebook know anything about this goddamn bulb? And it's exactly what Ganthor's talking about.
It's creepy and disturbing.
So just search with cookies off all the time.
Well, you have to like open up incognito tabs or whatever else.
Yeah, that's what I do on my phone. My phone's always incognito.
It's because you're looking at porn.
Porn is amazing.
It's amazeballs.
It's amazing.
Oh,
It's totes my goats.
Totes
my
my goats.
I hate you both.
So you guys are of the opinion then that all of these different things that you do on the internet, all of the things that people are capturing about you on the internet is not good.
It's the permanence for me.
Yeah, I think that's what it is for me too. Like, it could be forever ago that I looked up something in Google and like fucking
Silicone dong making kits.
Exactly, yeah. And like 6 months later, it's still popping up.
But there's another side to this story that I think we're missing. The availability of all of that information being there so that a service provider can do something with it is going to be a tremendous convenience to you over the long run.
He sounds like one of them. What do you think, boys?
I don't disagree.
That's the next. I'll give you.
You too.
I'm going to give you a perfect example of this. Okay, there's a company called the Trunk Club. The Trunk Club is an online men's retailer. All right, so what they do is they sell high-end designer men's clothing. And what you do is you sign up for this service, this Trunk Club service. You log on to their website. You provide them with some information about you, right? So you say what's your height, your weight, your coloring, and you can give them access to your social profile. So you can give them access to things like Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn. And what they'll do is they'll set you up with a quote stylist. And the stylist will send you a trunk of clothing. It's just a big old cardboard box of clothing. And what you do is you try it on at home, and if you don't like anything that came in the trunk, you send it back. If you do like anything, you keep it and you pay for it. And if you send something back what you do is you tell them what you didn't like about it. It didn't fit quite right. It was the wrong color. I'm not a big fan of this designer. And over the course of a period of time, they start to build up a profile about you. They start to build up an understanding of who you are, what you like, what labels work for you, what colors work for you. And then they keep sending you trunks. They keep sending you these things until they finally get to the point where every trunk they send you is spot on. It's what you like.
That has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Yes, it does, and I'll tell you why. If you give them access to your social graph, like Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn, they'll go peering through that.
But that's giving them access. That's kind of different. You know, you're willingly doing that.
Well, right, but this is kind of the wave of the future, right? So if you give them access to all of this social information about yourself, they can say, "Oh, we noticed that you're going to this conference in a couple of weeks. You know, looking at your LinkedIn, here's a trunk of clothing we think would be appropriate for you." It's not about you asking for clothes. It's about them just knowing who you are and what you need, and they just send it to you. It's the establishment of a reciprocal relationship with a customer. It's what they understand, what they know about you, that provides you with a higher level of service. Now tell me you wouldn't want that. Tell me you wouldn't want a higher level of service based on who you are and what someone knows about you.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I don't know if I would do this trunk of clothes thing, but yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying. That would be great. What I'm saying is that a lot of websites get it wrong. You know, I mean, if someone does it right and they're accurate about it, then that's awesome. It's just I find more often than not that isn't the case. They just get shit wrong because it's computers trying to figure out humans. You know what I mean?
Well, in this case, the Trunk Club takes the computers out of it, right? And it's more personalized.
Right.
So they're getting it right because they're adding the human factor into it. I mean, Ganthor, would you sign up for something like this?
I don't know. It's hard to tell. I could go either way right now.
Give
I
me.
feel like you're trying to lure me into something. I don't want to agree.
Well, I'm trying to get you to take a side here, Ganthor.
Fine, I choose your side.
You choose my side? That's awesome.
Just
Thanks,
so I
buddy.
can betray you later.
That's spectacular. What about you, Z-Man? Would you sign up for something like this?
No. I mean, in theory it sounds cool, but I wouldn't do it.
You would rather go incognito?
What if
I'd rather go shopping for my own fucking clothes.
What if it was beer?
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh.
What if all of the information that you put
No, 'cause
in
that's just gonna be
Untapped?
expensive.
Yeah, I like it.
I mean, because if someone's going to send me beer and be like, hey, if you want, we know you like this kind of beer, how about this kind of beer? And then they physically send it and it's at my house, yeah, I'm going to drink it. And then I'm going to be like,
It's a
shit,
idea right there.
that just cost like $100, fuckers.
What if they could use all of the information that you have in Untapped, which is
No, I understand how this is working and how they can get this data. It's the same thing as if I shop on anything else online. This with Untapped data though, I'm giving them really, really good data that I'm sure they would love to have.
right.
And Untapped does that. They do it at the bottom. It's like, you like this beer, how about these beers? But the problem is I can't get those beers where I live.
Goddamn liquor laws.
Stupid liquor laws and minors steal my beer off my porch.
So do you guys see the convenience factor though in having this information available, whatever they might know about you?
Yeah, I have no issue with this. I mean, I think that you guys talk about two different things. There's voluntarily information for services and products that you actually care about, and there's other people trying to pick up your search habits so they can promote other products to you. And I don't like the fact that if I do search or buy a baby genie, is that a thing? Diaper genie.
Diaper genie, yeah.
That I'd never want to see anything with diapers in it again because I hate diapers and I hate kids. But if I said, hey, I would like to subscribe to your service or I'm on your site saying, hey, show me other beers that are like the beers that I like, that sounds awesome.
So what must be done about this? I mean, the one answer would be don't use the internets.
That's a terrible answer.
Well, that's it, right? That's the one answer. Is don't use the internets.
A multiple choice question, you just wrote an essay, asshole.
What must be done about this, Ganthor? Don't give me grief. Give me solutions.
Stop trying to maximize your profit all the goddamn time.
Well, but that's what these companies are in. They're in business. That's what they're supposed
They
to
don't
do.
have to be so greedy. That's what I'm saying. You can live with, whatever profit you currently make.
Okay, so you're telling them not to make money.
I'm not saying not make money. I'm saying not milk it dry.
All right, Ganthor's talking crazy. What do you think must be done about this there, Randy?
You know what? You need to leave some so it grows back.
All right.
Am I wrong?
Yes.
Am I wrong? You don't cut the fruit tree down. You harvest the fruit.
You're a fruit. What the fuck are you talking about?
I can't wait to see you again in person.
How about you, Randy? What do you think over there? What must be done about this?
Well, I mean, targeted ads in general they don't really that's not what bothers me as much as just websites getting shit wrong about like what they want you to see on a service that you're using.
So like one of those things where it's like you're searching for something and you're like, this isn't for me. Like you want a checkbox there that says, I'm not searching for me.
Well, yeah, I mean, maybe that. Like, specifically with Amazon, for example, if they had... I know that they have a button that you can click where it says, I'm buying this as a gift. Like, why don't they use that information to not show you shit about that item that you bought? You know what I mean?
There you go.
The reason why it's so scary for me or whatever is this is the type of thing, and it's already too late for us with the podcast, but, maybe we can save other people when they're 55, 60 years old running for office, and in that time, your Amazon search history is public record or what have you, and they find, Randy's silicone dong making kit in his search history, and he gets brought up in the debate. You're going to regret that, I bet.
So, Ganthor, can you actually make your own dildos? Do you do that?
Do I do that, or does
I don't know.
one do
Well,
that?
you keep bringing it up. I
Well,
didn't even know
that's the
that.
example I came.
I didn't
up.
even know that was possible.
Why are
People
you
can
so
do that?
interested? You're a little.
Yeah, you can do a make your
lady
own.
protest too much a little bit.
There's a self dong making kit. Like you can put like this, make a mold out of your own dong, and then fill it up and sell it to people, so ladies can pleasure themselves with me every night.
What?
That's the real thing.
You can get one from my mom.
Why would you do? It's a new year.
What? This is my year to try to derail the mom joke
I
thing.
was gonna voluntarily give you a year without mom jokes.
Bullshit.
Out of the kindness of my heart.
You have no kindness in your heart. Maybe I should make some jokes about your mom, Ganthor.
That would probably make me cry.
Ginger tears.
Ginger tears.
Tasty, tasty ginger tears. Corey, you had mentioned that was it Home Depot had stolen your email address and sent it to somebody else, and they started spamming you.
Yeah.
One of the things I like to do is I have my own domain name, and so anytime I go and sign up for a website or use my email address in a store, I do their name at mydomain.com. So anytime I get email from that email address, I know exactly where it came from, and then I can be like, yo, you fuckers.
So you can know if they sold your email address to somebody else.
Right. So if I get spam messages coming to me from like Staples then I know that it was Staples that sent it or that somehow sold it.
Bitches.
And then I just block Staples.
That's a good job.
Yeah, I have my own domain. I never thought to do that. That's a great idea.
It works. It's funny though, because sometimes what I'll do is I'll do that. Like I'm at Best Buy the other day, and they're like, "Yo, what's your email address?" And I was like, "Oh, it's Best Buy at blah blah blah," and they're like, "Do you work for Best Buy?" And then I just kind of like smile at them, and then they think I'm like a secret shopper.
That's funny.
How about you over there? Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Well, we can talk about the same thing. Like, if I ever bought something from LL Bean, I can't get off their mailing list.
Yeah.
Like, you could not physically stop them from sending you catalogs for the rest of your life. I asked them nicely to stop.
Wait, you can do that?
Yeah, there's a little number on the back. They don't do it.
Well, that's like the unsubscribe.
Yeah.
That's like the.
Dude, that thing works.
No, it doesn't. Never
Yes, it
click on.
does.
Never click on the unsubscribe.
I click all the time.
I click on it all the time. It does
That's
work.
a Can Spam Act violation. You can sue people for $500 a pop.
Really?
Especially if they use one of those
Yeah, dude.
services. They use like those services that do it. Those ones always work.
Yeah, anything using what is that, the fucking MailChimp.
I never click on those. Mostly because
Always
if I click on them, I'm afraid they'll know that like I'm confirming my email address for them.
Well, they already confirmed it because you probably have your images turned on and it already sent an image back saying, yes, this person looked at this email. So don't worry about that. The ones you have to worry about, though, is before you click on it, hover over it, because if it's not the actual website or one of the known third-party sites, it's most likely a link to a spam page that's going to look just like an unsubscribe page, and then you actually give it your email address, and then you'll never get it out.
Yeah, I never click on those ever. But I hear you about the LL Bean thing, man. I wish the Victoria's Secrets things would have that, and they would just keep coming. because they stopped coming at one point, and I don't know why.
You know, there's the internet, right?
What's that?
There's the internet.
What's that?
New porn all the time.
Shit.
They even show their nipples instead of just like scantily clad.
Yeah, but I don't want that in my search history. I don't want something to come up, some targeted
Incognito.
Wait, did you guys ever do a porn episode? I saw some mention of it on the site, but I never.
I don't think we ever really. We've talked about aspects of porn. We've talked about some of the fucked up, crazy internet memes that are porn related, but I don't think we've actually done a full on porn show.
Yeah.
I think that one would just get awkward. Like if there was a porn show, I think it would just get awkward. Like, what's your favorite porn, Z?
Oh, I have it. Give me a second. It's it's like this 6-guy gangbang where on this chick and she's just smoking hot and she takes it like a champ.
That sounds about right.
That was cool.
Maybe we should just move on. Otherwise, you're definitely not running for public office. So what did we learn? What did we learn about your online presence? Z-Man.
If you don't like it, don't shop online or turn your cookies off or suck a dick.
Or suck a dick. Fantastic. Can't Thor.
Spear doesn't know how to use porn.
I'm a babe in the woods.
That's one interpretation.
I'm a babe in the woods.
Dude, he wishes for more Victoria's Secret catalog. They're not even naked in that.
Still hot though.
Dude, I used the Sears catalog in middle school.
Oh God. It's funny. I'm going to say this. Randy, what did you learn?
I had learned that if I had thought about it earlier, I could have been giving fake email addresses to people all this time and being able to track where they come from.
There you go.
That's what I learned.
Well, I learned that I learned that it may not be all that bad to provide information to the internets. The more they know, the more convenient it may be for you, and I think that's a good thing. And if you don't like it, what was that, Z?
Suck a dick.
Suck a dick. So,
there's another. Oh, sorry.
Well, go ahead.
No, I have something completely off topic.
Done. Do it.
Do it.
Well, that was another topic that I had thought of last night, and I didn't put it in my email. But
dick sucking?
No, people need to stop. You know what? This is a pet peeve of mine. I think guys need to stop using that as an insult.
Suck a dick?
Yeah, because, it's a beautiful thing. Like, we want, you don't want women, especially around women, man. You don't want women thinking that, like, you use it as an insult. It sounds negative. It's not negative. It's the greatest thing ever, man.
There we go. We could do a show on dick sucking and how terrible some people are at it.
Oh God!
And how good people are, and like all the intricacies of dick sucking.
I gotta try to get out of this show. I gotta try. I'm gonna attempt it. I'm gonna try. So if you don't want to suck a dick, why don't you go ahead and let us know on the Facebook page, facebook.com/4listeners or 4listeners.com. You can check us out on Stitcher Radio or on the iTunes. Just search for 4 Listeners and we'll pop right on up. You may not want 4 Listeners in your search history, so have someone do it for you if you choose. Thank you, Randy. You have been a wonderful guest.
Sure I have.
We thank all of you for checking us out this week, and we hope that you will check us out again next week. Thanks a bunch, everybody.
Cookie starts with Z.